Left the porch light burning, just in case you changed your mind. But the shadows in the hallway are the only things I find. I packed a bag and drove until the skyline turned to gray, thinking miles could somehow wash the memory of you away. But the engine just keeps humming, every word we never said, and the ghost of you is riding in the seat beside my head. Now I'm staring at a sunset in a town that's not my own, surrounded by 1,000 souls, but I've never been so alone. It doesn't matter where I run or how fast the wheels may roll, your absence is a heavy weight that's anchored to my soul. I'm a stranger in the mirror, I'm a shadow in the glow. God, it's lonely, 'cause wherever I go, I'm alone. I'm sitting in a cafe, listening to the silver rain. The waiter asked me table for two, and I flinch at the pain. I try to lose myself in books and faces in the street, but every song that's playing has your rhythm and your beat. I'm searching for a sanctuary, a place you haven't been, but I can't find a single door that doesn't let you in. Yeah, I'm staring at a sunset in a town that's not my own, surrounded by 1,000 souls, but I've never been Standing in your kitchen, just a foot away from you. But it feels like there's an ocean in this quiet little room. We're talking about the weather and the things we've done this week, avoiding every honest word. We're both too scared to speak. You reached out for a coffee mug and brushed against my hand, and for a second I forgot the way we let it end. And now we're trying to go backward, trying to unlearn the spark, trying to find the safety of the friendship in the dark. But how do I just check in when I used to hold your soul? How do I take half of us and call the pieces whole? It's a hollow kind of kindness, it's a slow and steady bend, breaking my own heart just to be your friend again. I know your sister's birthday and the way you take your tea, but I don't know who I am if you're not looking back at me. You tell me about a movie that you saw with someone new, and I smile until it hurts, because that's what good friends do. I'm memorizing boundaries, I'm drawing lines in sand, while I'm dying just to tell you I still don't understand. Yeah, we're trying to go backward, trying to unlearn the spark, trying to find the safety of the friendship in the dark. But how do I just check in when I used to hold your soul? How do I take half of us and call the pieces whole? It's a hollow kind of kindness, it's a slow and steady bend, breaking my own heart just to be your friend again. You can't put the fire back inside the match, you can't fix a window with a temporary patch. We're acting like the us we were was just a little mistake, but friends don't feel this heavy, and friends don't feel this ache. So I'll see you next weekend, I'll keep the stories light, I'll walk out to my car alone and vanish in the night. We're back to where we started, yeah, we made it to the end. God, I've never felt so lonely as when you call me friend, just a friend. Back to friends. The party's loud downstairs, I hear the laughter through the floor, but I'm leaning my tired forehead against the wood of my bedroom door. I'm wearing the sweater that you left when things were good, trying to feel a fan of warmth I know I never should. The room is full of pictures, the street is full of cars, the sky is full of distant, cold and uninviting stars. I'm right here in the center of the only life I know, but I'm drifting like a radio with nowhere left to go. I've been lonely in the winter, I've been lonely in the rain. I felt the sting of goodbye and the gravity of pain. But tonight it hits me different. Tonight it cuts so deep. It's a secret that I'm screaming, but I'm forced to keep. Standing in the middle of everything I've ever known. And I've never, no, I've never felt so alone. I went down to the market just to hear a human voice. The cashier gave me plastic like I didn't have a choice. I almost told her everything about the way you walked away, but I just took my receipt and had nothing left to say. It's funny how a crowded room can feel like an empty cave when the only hand you're looking for is one you couldn't save. I've been lonely in the winter, I've been lonely in the rain. I felt the sting of goodbye and the gravity of pain. But tonight it hits me different. Tonight it cuts so deep. It's a secret that I'm screaming, but I'm forced to keep. Standing in the middle of everything I've ever known. And I've never, no, I've never felt so alone. Is it the way the air feels? Is it the empty side of the bed? Is it the echoes of the I love yous we already said? The world is turning faster, but I'm frozen in the gray, watching everybody else find a reason they should stay. Never felt so alone. In a house full of memories, I'm just a ghost of my own. I'm still here, I'm still here, but I've never felt so alone. But I've never felt so alone. The clock on the wall is a hammer, striking every second like a nail. I'm sitting in the kitchen where the air is thin and stale. I used to hate the static, the way the TV used to hum. But now I'd give anything for a sound, any sound to come. The kettle's on the stove, but it hasn't started to scream. I'm trapped in the quietest part of a very loud dream. I reach for my phone just to hear a notification tone, but the screen stays dark and I'm sitting here like stone. It's not just the absence of your voice or your key in the lock. It's the sound of the nothing that's starting to shock. Oh, I'm sinking under the weight of the silence. It's louder than the thunder. It's a beautiful violence. It's crushing my chest, taking the breath from my lungs, replacing the songs that we used to have on our tongues. I thought I wanted peace, I thought I wanted to be free, but the silence is a mountain falling down on me. I walked through the park where we used to argue and laugh, but the wind didn't whistle, it just tore me in half. Even the birds seem to know that the music has fled, leaving nothing but the echoes of the things we left unsaid. I tried to say your name just to prove that I still could, but the words turned to dust and they fell where I stood. Oh, I'm sinking under the weight of the silence. It's louder than the thunder. It's a beautiful violence. It's crushing my chest, taking the breath from my lungs, replacing the songs that we used to have on our tongues. I thought I wanted peace, I thought I wanted to be free, but the silence is a mountain falling down on me. If a heart breaks in a vacuum, does it even make a sound, or does it just shatter softly on this haunted, hallowed ground? I'm screaming at the ceiling, I'm begging for a noise to break the heavy stillness of these broken-hearted boys. I'm staring at a map spread out across the dash, watching all these golden memories turn to bitter ash. I've got a suitcase in the trunk and a tank half full of gas, watching every welcome to sign flicker as I pass. I used to have a porch light, I used to have a key, but a house is just a hollow shell without you next to me. I've checked into a dozen rooms with curtains drawn so tight, trying to hide the fact that I'm just drifting through the night. I'm looking for a feeling that I know I won't find there, just a ghost in a motel lobby, gasping for some air. Now I'm driving down a highway where the lights never end, looking for a corner, a road that's gonna bend. But every town is empty and every street is cold, since I lost the only hand I ever wanted to hold. I'm a traveler with a compass that's broken to the bone. I've got 1,000 places to stay, but nowhere to call home. I walked into a diner just to hear the people talk, but I felt like a trespasser on the very sidewalk. The walls are painted different, but the ceiling looks the same, and the wind through the window keeps whispering your name. I'm searching for a zip code where I don't feel like alive, where the ground beneath my feet doesn't wait for me to die. I'm driving down a highway where the lights never end, looking for a corner, a road that's gonna bend. But every town is empty and every street is cold, since I lost the only hand I ever wanted to hold. I'm a traveler with a compass that's broken to the bone. I've got 1,000 places to stay, but nowhere to call home. Home wasn't brick and mortar, home wasn't wood and stone. Home was the way you'd breathe when we were all alone. Now the world is just a desert, a wide and lonesome sea, and I'm a sailor on a ship that's lost its I'm standing in the grocery line, moving like a ghost, wondering how I'm visible to everyone but the one I love the most. I see my own reflection in the glass of the sliding door, and I don't recognize the person staring back anymore. The sun is shining way too bright, the world is way too loud. I'm just a smudge of gray lost in a technicolor crowd. My phone buzzes in my pocket, but I don't wanna see another how you holding up from people pitying me. I'm tired of the questions, I'm tired of the face I have to wear to prove I'm taking up this space. I don't wanna be a memory, I don't wanna be a flame, I don't wanna hear the hollow echo of my own damn name. I just wanna fade like smoke into a midnight sky where no one has to watch me break and no one asks me why. I wanna turn into the wind, I wanna vanish like a tear, I just wanna disappear. God, I just wanna disappear. I'm driving past the places where we used to stop and eat. Now I'm terrified of every pair of eyes I meet on the street. What if they see the shaking? What if they see the hole? The jagged, empty canyon where I used to have a soul. Every hello feels like a wave, every goodbye is a lie, and I'm running out of reasons to keep looking at the sky. I don't wanna be a memory, I don't wanna be a flame, I don't wanna hear the hollow echo of my own damn name. I just wanna fade like smoke into a midnight sky where no one has to watch me break and no one asks me why. I wanna turn into the wind, I wanna vanish like a tear, I just wanna disappear. God, I just wanna disappear. To be nowhere is better than being right here, in the wreckage of a life that used to be so clear. I'm not looking for a rescue, I'm not looking for a hand, I just wanna be the footprints that the tide pulls from the sand. Turn the lights out, close the curtain, let the world go on without me. I am certain that if I blink my eyes long enough, the hurt will finally clear and I'll just disappear. was never even here, just disappear. I watch the city wake up through a window streaked with grime. Everybody's moving, everybody's making time. I'm standing on the sidewalk, but the air feels way too thick, like I'm breathing through a curtain and it's making my heart sick. The sky is blue and open, there's not a cloud in sight. So why does it feel like I'm sinking in the middle of the light? They tell me just keep swimming, and they tell me take a breath, but the silence in the hallway feels like a living kind of death. I'm reaching for the surface, but the surface is a lie. I'm staring at the sun while I'm waiting here to die. Oh, I'm drowning above water, I'm gasping on dry land, reaching for a shoreline that's slipping through my hand. There's no to pull me under, no current in my way, but I'm 6 feet deep in the memory of the words you didn't say. The world is wide and empty, and the pressure's getting harder. I'm just a broken heart, drowning above. I went to see a movie just to sit inside the dark, but I felt the water rising when I walked across the park. Your laughter is the anchor that's tied around my throat. I'm heavy with the secrets that I never got to quote. Sunshine, yeah, I'm drowning above water, I'm gasping Watch the moon cross over the neighbor's roof tonight, waiting for the heavy dark to turn into the light. I've got your picture face down on the nightstand by the bed, trying to quiet down the ghosts living in my head. Told myself at dinner I wouldn't say your name, but the silence in the kitchen whispered it just the same. The calendar is bleeding, the days are all a blur. I'm searching for the person that I was before we were. I tried to find a reason to get up and leave this room, but I'm tethered to the shadows and the scent of your perfume. Maybe tomorrow the sun won't feel so cold. Maybe tomorrow I'll let go of the hand I used to hold. I'll find a way to breathe again. I'll find a way to stand without feeling like I'm sinking into shifting desert sand. But today the heart is heavy and the sky is falling gray. Maybe tomorrow, 'cause I can't make it today. I walk past the coffee shop where we had our first fight. I almost turned the handle, almost stepped into the light, but I'm terrified of seeing you and seeing you're okay, while I'm still picking up the pieces that you threw away. The world is moving forward, I can hear it through the wall, while I'm just sitting here waiting for the curtain call. Maybe tomorrow the sun won't feel so cold. Maybe tomorrow I'll let go of the hand I used to hold. I'll find a way to breathe again. I'll find a way to stand without feeling like I'm sinking into shifting desert sand. But today the heart is heavy and the sky is falling gray. Maybe tomorrow, 'cause I can't make it today. They say that time's a river that washes out the stains, but I'm just standing on the bank, shivering in the rains. I'm checking every sunset for a sign that I'll be fine, but I'm still stuck in the wreckage of the life that once was mine. Maybe tomorrow the ache will start to fade. Maybe tomorrow I won't be so afraid. I'll put away the memories, I'll finally let you go. Maybe tomorrow, God, I hope so. But for now I'll just stay here in the hollow. been sitting in the corner, leaning against the wall, since the day you packed the kitchen and you walked out through the hall. I used to reach for it like water, used to play until I bled, but now I'm terrified of what might come out of my head. The wood is cold and dusty, strings are slightly out of tune, just like the way I'm living in this empty afternoon. I know if I touch the fretboard, I'll find you in the chords, I'll find the bridge we built, and then we burn like wooden boards. I'm staring at the hollow body, dark and deep and wide, afraid of all the secrets that are shivering inside. 'Cause I'm scared of my guitar and the way it knows the truth. It's a witness to our history, it's the record of our youth. One strum and I'm back there in the glow of summer rain, before the melody was broken by the gravity of pain. I can't find the rhythm, I can't find the key. I'm scared of my guitar because it sounds too much like me. I try to write a happy song, something light and fast, but the minor keys keep calling from the wreckage of the past. I reach to play a G chord, but my fingers hit a flat and suddenly I'm crying. How did it come to that? Every song we ever loved is trapped behind the strings, waiting for the moment that the memory finally stings. Yeah, I'm scared of my guitar and the way it knows the truth. It's a witness to our history, it's the record of our youth. One strum and I'm back there in the glow of summer rain, before the melody was broken by the gravity of pain. I can't find the rhythm, I can't find the key. I'm scared of my guitar because it sounds too much like me. It doesn't have a filter, it doesn't know how to lie, it just echoes back the hollow if and every why. I'm afraid if I start playing, I'll never be able to stop until the last remaining piece of my heart is bound to drop. So I'll leave it in the corner, I'll let the dust just settle down. I'm not ready for the music in this quiet little town. Maybe when the winter breaks, maybe when I'm far, but tonight I'm just too lonely. And I'm scared of my guitar. The streetlights are bleeding through the cracks in the blind. I'm tracing the patterns of the life we left behind. The house is so quiet, I can hear the walls breathe. Thinking about the way you didn't hesitate to leave. I check the front door just to make sure it's locked, while the ghost of your laughter keeps the hallway mocked. Then the first heavy drop hits the glass of the pane, and I know I'm in for it, the rhythm in the rain. It's a low, steady hum, like a secret being told. The kind of gray weather that makes a heart feel old. I'm reaching for your side of the mattress in the dark, but I'm just grasping at the air, looking for a spark. And it's midnight rain, washing out the street. I go in the heavy way, my hollow chest beats. Every drop is a sorry, every splash is a why. Falling from the corners of a lonely black sky. I can't run from the thunder, I can't hide from the cold. It's the saddest story that's ever been told. Just me and the static, driving me insane. Drowned in the middle of the midnight rain. I remember the nights we just lay here and listen, watching the pavement in the driveway glisten. We used to feel safe when the storm would move in, but now the water feels like a needle on my skin. I try to turn the TV up to drown out the sound, but the silence you left is too deep to be drowned. I'm counting the minutes, I'm watching the clock, while the clouds and the shadows continue to dark. And it's midnight rain, washing out the street. I go in the heavy way, my hollow chest beats. Every drop is a sorry, every splash is a why. Falling from the corners of a lonely black sky. I can't run from the thunder, I can't hide from the cold. It's the saddest story that's ever been told. Just me and the static, driving me insane. Drowning in the middle of the midnight rain. They say the rain washes everything clean, but it just highlights the spaces where you haven't been. It's soaking the memories, it's flooding the floor, until I can't even find my way back to the door.